What's going on to you, Aquarius? So you have the Two of Cups, the Five of Wands, and then you, Aquarius, also have the World card. So the World represents Saturn, more so specifically Capricorn, but Aquarius is ruled by Saturn anyway, and then Uranus. But this for you, this reading can honestly represent a couple of things. It can represent you and someone not being together because of you and them not seeing eye to eye. Could have been a great connection slash relationship, but it ended up turning into something else. Or it's a situation where you Aquarius thinks that you shouldn't be this lofty. You shouldn't have such big goals. You shouldn't be so ambitious. But yet you Aquarius feel like you can't necessarily help yourself be you can't help yourself but to be ambitious, right? That's just one of the things of, you know, being a Saturn born, basically. Ambition is a Saturnian. Quiet is kept. But ambition is Saturnian. You want, like I said, what did I say before, right? That Capricorn wants the whole world, wants all the leverage, all of the power, all of the connections, right? World domination on a global scale. This is some things that Capricorns are not going to say, but they feel it in their subconscious. I know because I'm part Capricorn, I'm part Aquarius, and I can tell you that is true. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand, right? There's a Marvel comic book character called the Beyonder, and if you've ever seen like old depictions of the Beyonder, there's pictures of him holding the entire planet in his two hands. That's how it is basically I want to be. Worldly influential, essentially. Have the whole world in the palm of my hands, the finances and the resources and the power and the connections and all of that, right? And I'm willing to work for it. That's what I'm doing here. That's neither here nor there, right? But the point is, you Aquarius, essentially, y'all feel the same kind of ambition, the same kind of that desire going on for you Aquarius as well. And so the Chariot and the Emperor here speaks to how, and so a lot of you Aquarius, you feel this ambition and you understand that you are going to have discipline, because the Chariot doesn't necessarily only represent difficulties or kind of opposition or resistance a little bit, right? Things being in opposition or resistant to you. It also represents the body as well. So what is being oppositional to you is your own discipline. So a lot of you Aquarius understand that you're going to have to learn that if you want all of this ambition and you have these long-term goals, you understand that you are going to have to understand what it is that you want, and that you Aquarius, you need to understand that there's nothing wrong with your ambition. You know, there's a lot of things that I wanted that I thought were a little bit too ambitious, right? Gold chain and thing, and just to look fly and all this stuff and stuff, you know, because I ain't had the money for clothes and stuff like this or whatnot. Trying to, you know, too young at that point to get a job and everything like that. And then I told myself, I said, if I ever get myself to a position like that, I'm gonna be balling. Watch. And lo and behold, it actually happened, right? I did give myself that kind of leverage to where I am doing stuff like that. I did it before, doing it again, right? Continuing to do it, I should say. And so because of that, that puts you Aquarius in a very powerful position. Just know that it's not necessarily too ambitious for you. You just have to know the way, and you just have to practice it. And it's all a matter of, remember, because you're influenced by Saturn as well, it's a matter of what it is that you Aquarius, sorry about that, you're willing to actually give up. So what are you willing to give up for the things that you want? The Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and then you have the Three of Wands right here. You know, the Eight of Cups is really about like walking away from certain things. Two of Wands, walking away from confrontational relationships is one of the things that you Aquarius are willing to walk away from. Probably have walked away from it for a long time or a good amount of time. Not interacting with other people the same way that they may have expected you, Aquarius, to. Meaning like meaning like you Aquarius, meaning like you Aquarius may know some people who like to, hold on a second. My dog always calls in the mischief. Come in. You all right? All right. Caught my dog trying to eat the cat's food. Caught her right in the act. I said, "Nah, I'm sorry. I gotta tie you back, right?" Stuff like this. So when she's like, you know, but you know, she's all right though. She's all right. She's good. Anyway, I treat her well. She's good. She is a crybaby right now, but but the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that yeah, so you are willing to stop talking to people who are like just confrontational and want to get you upset, want to get on your nerves, right? Maybe you Aquarius may have spazzed out on them before, but now it's like you Aquarius are like, bah humbug. I'm not gonna do that. And you decide to leave them be, right? Just walk away. And so you're saving your energy for the things that you legitimately want to do that bring you closer to your goals of like world domination, right? Or whatever you perceive as having a high, having that high esteem. And the Three of Wands represents. So this is kind of good because for you Aquarius, this is more so about how like you Aquarius actually look forward to meeting your goals and the things that you legitimately want to do. The Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands right here is all about how you Aquarius, and like I said, willing to do those things, willing to work for it. And the Ace of Wands is basically you being in a position where you don't really care about having to let certain things go sometimes, because how do I say this? A lot of you Aquarius are kind of like I don't even know what's the word do I really want to use. You Aquarius are kind of like bored of just how unimaginative other people can be and how unimaginative your life would be if you Aquarius did not use your imagination, and that if you didn't have creativity. And so because of this, a lot of you Aquarius, you know, you kind of like to give yourself certain tasks and stuff like this to make sure that you're in a very powerful disposition to make sure that you're good in life, right? To make sure that, how do I say, you're on a high esteem, not necessarily for other people, but more so because other people don't have a plan, and you Aquarius end up usually do have a plan. That's Saturnian energy, right? You know, Saturn is, you know, trust me when I tell you, Saturn is going to whip your behind into shape. Saturn is not the type. Saturn is not the type. If you think, because both Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn. So if you Aquarius think that Saturn is going to make y'all stupid, nah, you're not going, nah. I know from personal experience having both of those zodiac signs in my chart. Nope. I got everything on my chart except for Taurus, Sagittarius, Libra, and Gemini. Everything else, Aries, the crabs, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius or Pisces, have it in my chart. And I know from personal experience, both of those influences, you're going to have a plan. You're not going to get away with being stupid in life. And so this is a good reading because it says that you, Aquarius, you still understand where it is that you're going. You want where it is that you're going in life in an existential sense even more, because you, Aquarius, know where you're going in life. You have a plan. You probably have had a plan for a long time, right? Like, how many times have I sat up here and said that with the whole stocks and everything like that? I've been waiting for 20 years. Like, I remember telling some of the people who I was romantic or supposed to be romantically kicking it with that didn't trust me or whatever the case may be, that I had a plan, and they would always say, I want money now. I want money now. Bah humbug. I want money now. You, whatever. But, I'm not going to say too much, but should I say that? I'll say a very wise person in a specific trade, if you know what I mean, told me, I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say what, don't ask me for their names, don't ask me for all that, because I'm not going to tell you. But a wise person in a certain trade told me part of the reason why it is that money sometimes works so hard to put together and to be created and to be accumulated, basically, is because when it comes time now for people to take it from you, it's harder for those people to take it. It's harder for it to be torn away from you. Fast money in is fast money out. And they were in a certain sales. They were in sales. And so, you feel me? And so this is what they told me. You feel me? So I knew that before, but sometimes I had to be reminded because I was ambitious even back then. But I just felt the pressure, of not felt the pressure of falling behind, not thinking that I was good enough, having people talk dirt on my name, even though, you feel what I'm saying, I wanted to do certain things. Because, like, remember, even though the Robinhood app was there, I didn't even really know how to do certain things. And then, not to mention, I'm not that old. So, like, a lot of the things that I really wanted to do, nobody showed me how. Okay, nobody has to show me how all the time. It is what it is, right? I get that. But then at the same time, I wouldn't have even have known. I didn't have the brain for it. I wouldn't even have known how to operate certain things, right? I was too timid, thinking I was going to lose my money or whatnot. So, but these are things that I legitimately wanted to do, sitting at home when I was younger, in the early 2000s and in the 90s, the late 90s, but in the early 2000s, all the way to the 2008s and stuff like this, right? When I was in high school, watching Trading Places with my older brother, who's the Taurus, on the couch, watching it, stuff like this, and kind of just talking and kind of, goofing off and kind of talking and kind of chopping it up and discussing it and stuff like this, right? Eddie Murphy, Trading Places, and just thinking about how it is that I would one day want to trade stocks and stuff like this. Lo and behold, I'm actually doing it. So it's very funny, and this is why it is I'm saying for you, Aquarius, to never give up on your ambitions, because those things really do happen. Anyway, let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Trust me, a lot of times people thought that I was cuckoo. They ain't want to. So the first card that I got was a dance, the Wheel of the Year, Dragon Beauty, Arachnofaria. Anyway, and then the Summoning, right, to clarify the Ace of Wands. So a lot of dragon energy showing up, because even in completely a separate tarot deck, But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is these cards right here for you, Aquarius, is really about how you, Aquarius, you got to you have to put aside the doubts that you've got in your mind and take the chance on it if you legitimately want to get to where it is that you see yourself, that you are ambitious about. Like my family members know that I'm ambitious. You know, they know that I'm ambitious. You know, sometimes they think that I'm a little bit too ambitious. But again, it's exactly like what Nipsey Hussle would say, scared money don't make any. And so the situation is the arachnophoria and the summoning right here is all about how you, Aquarius, you have to be, I'll put it like this, right? If you, Aquarius, are going to go after the things that you want, you're not going to be a dummy, because there's going to be obstacles in your life that require you to become more educated and more smart. You may have to go back and crack open a book and read, and then you'll be able to understand what exactly is in the way for you to be able to overcome it. So even on that level, you're not going to be stupid. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We at 20,700 and change now. We're getting closer to that 100,000 mark. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And come through and get a personal reading from me, right? The link to that is in the comment section below. Peace.